Oh, he had like almost like booby traps set up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I'm not glad for this stuff, but that's pretty wild. This guy really embraced this lifestyle, and like in his mind, he really felt like he was this lone warrior against this.
Vigilante, like
Yeah,
Avenger.
yeah, no shit, really.
Yeah. So that was part of the plea agreement that he had to tell them where he had hidden all of these explosives.
Well, shit, that's good in case a kid comes running along and gets blown the fuck up.
Rudolph would rationalize his bombings as serving a greater cause of anti-abortion and anti-gay terrorism.
Oh yeah, we need that to keep the gays down. That's weird.
Oh my God, they're going to make the world more fabulous. We can't
The
have them
gays
running
aren't
around.
bothering anything. They're helping everybody like get well groomed and smell fresh.
Right?
Yeah,
We need some like queer eye for this straight guy.
we do.
He claimed in a statement that he was deprived. No, this is funny. He was depriving the government of sentencing him to death.
Ah,
I'm going to deny you the opportunity to kill me.
huh, you can't kill me.
He was sentenced to 4 life terms for the 1998 murder of a Birmingham police officer and 2 consecutive life sentences for the bombings in Atlanta. He was sent to the ADX Florence Supermax Federal Prison, which is in Colorado.
Holy shit.
Where he spends 22 and a half hours a day alone in his 80 square foot concrete cell, which, if you really think about it, for a man like Eric Rudolph, is probably a punishment worse than death. To be trapped in this tiny cell.
I've heard of that Supermax in Colorado, though. That's the big boy shit. That's like the biggest boy shit on American soil. I do believe they've actually had some of these Al Qaeda terrorists, a few they've let on American soil there. Yeah, it's a big deal there. So yeah, I could say.
Well, he is locked the fuck up there.
Well, yeah, is he alive?
Yes.
He's alive still?
Well, yeah, honey.
So we're still paying to feed this fucker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at this point, he's been in prison there for like 16 years.
Okay, cool. So you say that, wow. So yeah, I'm paying to feed this guy.
Some of his writings have been published on the internet via the Army of God website, which is an anti-abortion website.
No.
In 2013, his book, Between the Lines of Drift, The Memoirs of a Militant, was published, but it was seized by the government. They actually were only able to seize about $200 of the $1 million he owes in restitution.
Oh, so you made $200 off that?
And they
cool.
Took it.
Nice.
And they had to disband, I guess, publishing.
They should just keep running. Maybe they've had $500 of that money back.
Since then, the book has been republished on that Army of God website, where you can find it now.
Cool. And so one of our resources for this was a book called The Lone Wolf.
Yes.
Which is a really good book.
And then, of course, we watched a ton of, like, documentaries, news clips.
Yes.
Read through so many newspapers.
Yes.
The Atlanta Constitution Journal, local newspapers. I have a couple of funny stories I think they're kind of amusing about Eric Rudolph. Can I share those with you guys now?
Yeah, spit it.
Okay, so Murphy, North Carolina, where Eric Rudolph was living in this area, my family had a boathouse on the lake. The lake is Hiwassee, for many years when I was growing up, right? So at some point in the late 90s, maybe early 2000s, my grandma and grandpa had gone over to the boathouse. You know, they would go over every spring and like open up the boathouse.
Get it ready.
De-winterize it, de-weatherize it, all that. Clean it real. You know, my Nana was like one of those white glove cleaners. There's
right.
You know, so she would go over there. It had to be just like sparkling clean. They got to open up the boathouse, and my Nana was fucking furious because someone had broken into our boathouse, had made a mess, and didn't clean up after themselves. They slept in the bed, and then she was really pissed off because they ate her beanie weenies.
No shit.
Now, and this woman was like, you know, she had the inventory down.
She knew what beanie weenies she had.
She had left like 8 cans of beanie weenies in this boathouse from the last season. And they were not accounted for, and someone had eaten them, and then they had, like, left their mess. And she was so fucking mad, and she was convinced it was Eric Rudolph. And, I mean, for years and years after,
there's no telling her
up until the woman died, she would tell people that bastard Eric Rudolph had broken into her boathouse and ate her beanie weenies and didn't clean up after himself.
He might have done it.
I mean, maybe.
He was around there.
No, totally.
Yeah.
But she was convinced.
You think Eric Rudolph wouldn't dive in offshore and swim out to a boathouse in the off season?
Well, honey, a lot of times they drain the lake, so sometimes our boathouse would be like.
Yeah, so he could walk over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something he would do.
Very convinced about this beanie weenie situation.
Who else is going to do that?
Maybe teenagers.
Think about it.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah. When was you a teenager? It's like, let's go break in this off-season boathouse, y'all. You need beanie weenies. They'd be like,
I might do that.
I really like beanie weenies. I'm gonna be forthright on that.
You do?
Yeah, they're really good.
So you would break in a boathouse and eat some beanie weenies?
Well, I wouldn't eat somebody else's beanie weenies. I'd just go buy me some.
Well, then I had this friend when I was a student at Western Carolina University, which happened to be during this time.
Oh my God.
I had this friend who lived in a trailer park that was sort of behind campus.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty shitty trailer park.
Well, that's okay.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, it was like a student trailer park. So they had these trailers sort of like just shoved in on top of each other. It was not like a place where families were living.
Right.
I mean, it was just like, we're going to shove a bunch of shitty old trailers and we're going to charge these college students to live in these rundown.
Right. And it was full all the time.
Oh, God, yeah.
Right.
But the rent was cheap and these places were just shitholes. Like, I had some other friends who lived there that they literally had a hole in their fucking, like, bathroom.
Nice.
And that you could see the dirt.
Nice.
Yeah. It was just terrible. So my friend's living there, and he had this old lady neighbor, and she was kind of a nut from what I understand. And she saw him, and he was tall and brunette and kind of matched this description of Eric Rudolph.
Yeah.
And he had a beard at the time. She called the cops and claimed that Eric Rudolph was renting the next door trailer to her.
Oh.
And so this college kid's like coming home from his fucking, history class, coming in to make a sandwich, and is being like swarmed by local law enforcement.
No shit.
Who, insist that they come in and have a talk with him. And he had to basically prove his identity.
Prove he wasn't Eric Rudolph?
Yes. All
That's
because
awesome.
This crazy old neighbor lady thought he matched the description.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you how much of a grip this whole story, the Eric Rudolph situation, had on this entire area.
Well, it's true. And those
for 300
little
miles.
ripples, because I've spoken to other people who are from here or who have some connection to Nantahala or Bryson City or Murphy or Andrews, Topton, that Macon County part of Nantahala, that have some story to tell you about. Oh, well, this happened, or oh, we think he broke in to the restaurant where I worked, or
all
people
this
claim
different
they were
stuff.
helping him. Yeah.
Everything that happened during that point was attributed to him.
He ate my Nana's beanie weenies, and she is not happy about it. And I feel like I should write him a letter and just be like, bro, did you eat her beanie weenies?
Did you?
I need to know.
Yeah, he might answer back.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, this has been the story of Eric Rudolph.
It was a big deal.
It was a very big deal in this area.
It was.
Thanks for tuning in. And of course, if you can't get enough of Mountain Murders and all of our long-winded ridiculousness, you can find us on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. You can sign up and get bonus content.
We're over there right now.
We are?
Waiting on Patreon.
I thought we were just right here.
For our people.
I'm so confused.
I'll have a shot.
We'll be back with more Mountain Murders.